All right, it's the next morning, and this is the sourdough bread, and you can see how it kind of like is smooth and poofed over and rounded kind of at the edges. And when you pull it away, it pulls away real easily from the bowl, like if I was to tip the bowl. So that's how you know that it's ready to go. And what I do for shaping my loaves, I know that when the amount of dough I have to make each loaf 900 grams. And so I set the bowl on the scale, I zero out the scale, and then I pull out till it says like minus 900. So that's how I get my loaves somewhat equal. So I'm going to show you that. Let's see. And then what I do is shaping your loaves on a surface. There's a lot of easy places to do it. You can, if you have, like, I have a glass top stove. Sometimes I've cleaned off the stove really good and done it on, just put flour down on the surface of the stove, or you can do it on your granite countertops if you have them. I actually found, for cleanup's sake, like, I like to just do it on a cookie sheet because it's the easiest to clean off. So that's what I do. It's not the fanciest way to do it, but it gets the job done. I'm going to turn this so you can see a little bit. Oh, let me see here. Let's see. Here we go. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take out 900 grams about. I just pull it up. I used to dump the dough out and kind of cut it with a cutter thing. So I got 848 there, so I'll add a pinch more. But then again, that just added more cleanup. And so I'm always looking for ways to reduce the cleanup and just make things more streamlined. So then what I do is you just kind of stretch it out into almost like a square. It does not have to be perfect at all. So I just spread it out just a little bit, and then I fold each corner kind of into the center, and the final one, and then I flip that over, and I make sure I have flour on my hands, and then I just kind of like tuck and spin. And this is the part that builds tension in your dough, and that helps it have stay in a nice shape and have good rise. And so I just do that until it gets nice and like all the way kind of smooth and tucked and firm. I'll show you, we're getting close here. So it's literally just kind of like tuck and spin. All right, so that is my loaf, and I have these bowls. I used to have the bannetons, but because I store mine in the fridge, usually, always, I make so many, I just put them in the bowls. When I had a banneton, there was enough moisture in there that they got moldy, and that was disgusting to me, so I threw them out. And now I just use these really cheap, like $3 bowls from Target. I feel like they could be a little smaller. They're not like the most perfect size. Hold on a second. But they get the job done, and they don't get moldy. So I just line it with some parchment paper, and then I cover it with, you can get plastic shower caps, and they just go over the top. That way you can reuse those over and over. And that is all there is to shaping the loaves. Obviously I have 4 more to go here. And then you can either let it rest while you heat up your oven at 400, and I do 450 degrees, and then I bake in a Dutch oven. And I bake mine. Some people remove the lid and all do ice cubes and sprays and all this. I just put it in my Dutch oven, and I don't even take the lid off. I leave the lid on the whole time. I bake it at 450 for 50 minutes, and I'll show you what on the next video what the loaf comes out like. I do have they call it a lame, I'm pretty sure, but a razor blade, and I do a little slit on the top. I don't do the fancy designs. That's fun, but I don't have time for that. And the other loaves go into the refrigerator, and then every morning when we want a loaf, I pull the loaf out while I turn on the oven. It takes the oven a little time to get heated up to 450. So I just set the loaf on top of the stove while the oven preheats, and then pop it in and bake it, and then that's how we have fresh sourdough every day. So hopefully that makes it all clear and easy for you.